Hi, I'm Patty Moreno, the Garden Girl.
And I'm Mel Bartholomew with the Square Foot Gardening Foundation.
We are here this month, and you know, this is a busy month in the garden
Sure is.
right now. What are some of the things that a gardener needs to be doing right now?
It all depends what kind of a garden you have. Now, if you have an old-fashioned single-row garden, you know it's way out back, far away from the house. You've got to decide, first you got to clean up from last fall, because I bet you got tired of weeding, and you left some tools out there, and you were discouraged, and you didn't pick up all the vines and the dead stuff, so the garden looks a mess. But with a square foot garden, you cleaned up in the fall because it's small, so there's not a lot to do. And you always keep your garden neat and tidy. And that way you'll take more pride in it, but you can go back and start working again without doing a lot of work. You don't get discouraged of having to clean up everything. So forget all about the single row garden because you got to till the soil and you might till it too soon. It might be frozen or clumps in it. If it's too wet, then you'll make a mess of the soil. You destroy the structure of the soil.
So in some areas right now, it is warm enough so that you can start either planting plants or sowing seeds out in your garden.
Right. Don't you wish you lived in that part of the country?
I do. I just envy them so much. They have a longer growing season.
But most of the country has to wait until the proper time. So, and that all depends on your last frost date. And we explained last month how to find that date and how to determine all those things.
Let's talk about compost.
Okay.
I think there are a lot of people out there who want to start doing it, but are just kind of clueless about it.
Right. Well, it's very simple because it's Mother Nature's way of decomposing anything that was once growing. Every time you replant 1 square foot, you harvest that 1 square foot, and you replant, you add a handful or a trowel full of compost, mix it in.
And that's basically just adding more nutrients back into the mix.
Every time, see? So that's why we don't need any fertilizer, commercial fertilizer, because we have compost, a nice variety of compost made from many sources. And that's why it's important to have your own compost made from your kitchen scraps and your leaves and all those other good things. So we're going to chop it up, we're going to keep it moist, put it in a big pile, and the pile should be at least 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet.
Right.
And the biggest pile should be 4 feet by 4 feet by 4 feet. Those are the 2 variable sizes.
So it doesn't take up too much space.
No, not at all. Actually, the size of a square foot garden, 4 by 4.
All of you out there who can start planting now, I'm really jealous of you. So it's a busy time in the garden. Get started, get out there, get some fresh air, and tune in next month because April, that's a huge month in the garden.
All over the country.
So stay tuned. Check us out next month where we're going to give you a lot of tips on what you should be doing in your garden in April. It's a great month.
This is Mel Bartholomew wishing you happy gardening.